Hey guys, we're back with the Kyuranger episode 4. Guys, it's getting good, and I'm just gonna say this episode is heavily focused on the Pink Ranger. So basically, everybody basically, if you've seen the promotional trailers and the promotional pictures and all of that, you already know who the Pink Ranger is. But for Sam's sake, for those who don't know, I'm just gonna go ahead and tell you. All right, so the episode starts off with all the Rangers, with the commander is letting them know that that what happened. He tells everybody that that now they have all seven Rangers, but they still got to get the other two. So something happens, and they figure out that the dark matter is in another sector of the universe, which is Earth. So this whole entire situation is becoming dire because they have not started draining Earth's energy yet, but now they're figuring out that they got to try their best to stop it before it starts. So now they're going into hyperspace, but I think it was Spada that asked, was what about what about Stinger? So the commander tells him he'll be on. We'll see him soon. Basically, he's coming to Earth. Basically, so to make a long story short on this part, the commander only wanted like 5 Rangers to go to Earth at a time, but the only way they could figure it out is to use the Coulette, which is the Q Ranger roulette. They had to put their globes in there, and whoever globes comes out, that's who's gonna go. So right before it happens, the commander breaks out into a crazy dance, which I actually liked. Guys, it was hilarious. It was so funny. So he breaks out into a dance, and now we already know who's all going. Um it was Lucky, Spada, Hammy, Champ, and Garu. All 5 of them went. But Naga is like, he was. This was the funny part for Naga, and I actually am liking Naga. Naga said he was frustrated, but with a smile. He was actually smiling because he was frustrated, but so he's getting all of his emotions mixed up. He's supposed to be happy and smiling and frowning and frustrated, but that's gonna be the funny thing about Naga, how he learns to channel um his emotions. So that was funny. So they all go down to Earth. They were getting ready to go to Earth, but Commander tells Raptor that he wants her to go to Earth. But I forgot to tell y'all, Raptor in the beginning, Raptor started, daydreaming about fighting with the team. That's why I couldn't remember because that's what happened. She was, daydreaming and fighting with the team. So he wants her to pick up do a important mission on Earth, which she was like, oh, an important mission. So he yet says yes. Earth has these very delicious fruit called peaches. I want you to bring some back. And she said, huh? So I gotta remember that these guys are not from Earth. They're from another sector of the galaxy. And they're going down to Earth. So they actually stumble upon one of the magistrate of this planet is taking the children's dreams. So Lucky and them transforms and they go in and start battling. So for some reason, Raptor is in the battle, but she's scared and she's running around. And the magistrate finds out what her. He sees that she has a big dream. So the bigger the dream, the better for him because he eats the dreams. So he goes right after her to take her dream, but Lucky comes in and saves her. And after after they leave, they revert back to their forms. And Spider goes off and starts fussing at her, telling her you need to go back to the ship because you're endangering yourself. You're not a fighter. You're supposed to be able to. You're just programmed to to be the pilot. So she goes back to the ship, and Lucky goes after her. Now, well, before he goes after her, they go to the restaurant and they are tearing the food up because it is so good. It looked good too. I'm not even gonna lie. Rice and curry, it looked good. What kind of curry it was, I don't know if it was chicken curry but it looked good. Whatever curry it was, it looked good. But anyway, the guy, so Spider goes off to tell them, do y'all notice that what Raptor's dream is, and they're like, no, what is it? So he tells them that he's walked in on her, thinking, wanting to fight along the team on the side of the team as one of the Rangers. So Spider was like, he don't want her to do it because of the fact that she could get herself in, get herself hurt because she's not trained. And Lucky was like, that's besides the point. She has the heart to fight, so why not, why not help her, achieve her dream? So Lucky goes back to the Orion, and before he goes to the Orion, you see Raptor comes back with the peaches. Now the peaches are not what the commander was thinking. So she was like, "Here's your peaches," and shoved them in his chest. So he was like, "Are these peaches?" They were peaches, but they were frozen peaches. So he goes off. So she goes off into the room, into her quarters, and she's like, sitting there, thinking about, her dream of becoming a ranger. So Lucky finds out, and he goes and he tells her, do you want to do it?" And he said, don't hide your dream. If that's what you want, go for it." So he takes her back down to Earth. The guys meet up, because the magistrate and the matter are back. So now they go to Earth. He brings Raptor with him, and he's like, well, Spider is, fussing. So they're going backwards and forth about leave, let her alone, let her, he don't want her fighting. So the Earth people come and tell them they need to leave because, the kids are not gonna die, and you guys are interfering. They could give us our kids back. Lucky was like, if you're gonna let them eat the kids' dreams, then they might as well be dead because they're not alive if they can't dream. So they go off and they, transform again. And I love to see them transform. And the Earth people are stunned. So they go off and start fighting. The magistrate sees Raptor over there, on the sidelines, and he was like, "Oh, she's over there, so she's the one with the big dream. So let me go over there and try to steal it." So he goes over, but then here comes Lucky. Lucky comes to block her and tell her he will protect her and protect her dream. Then you got Spider coming over telling him, he's like, "You're putting her in unnecessary danger. She shouldn't be here." And Lucky tells him, "Look," he said, "Do you?" He said, "You're just as bad as them if you're telling her she can't achieve her dream. You're just as bad as the bad guys." So he said, "Is that so?" So he thinks about what he said to Raptor, and so he asked Raptor what does she wants to do. So she was like, "I want to." So she turns around and look at the full team, and the team is like, "Okay," they nod their head, and so she said, "I want to fight with you guys." Conveniently, her globe appears in front of her, revealing that she's the Pink Ranger. I mean, really? You didn't see it coming. I mean, she's an android, basically, made in pink. But anyway, so she gets the globe, she gets the morpher, and she transforms into the Pink Q Ranger. Now, what I do like about her is she is, I mean, she really, the power really took over her really quickly. And since she's an android, android powers are limitless because you can't, android power cannot be, well, that's in Dragon Ball, so let me leave that alone. But anyway, her powers, take to her really quickly. What happens is she really becomes powerful. I mean, she can fly, she's dodging missiles, she's taking missiles and really, blowing them up. I'm like, this, I'm really liking how they did the Pink Ranger. So after all of this, she's like, okay, so then the team comes together. They, use some of the other orbs. It was the cancer orb, the telescopic orb, and it was another globe. I can't remember. But those orbs are coming in handy, and I'm actually liking it. So the magistrate gets into the robot, and the Rangers form the mecha. The mecha comes out with the with Raptor's Zord on the other side. I mean, her Zord is humongous. I mean, is the whole arm is the her whole Zord is the whole arm is the I guess it's the eagle. The Aquila is actually Aquila. So the Aquila, when they do the final attack, the Aquila becomes almost like what the Firebird was in season 2 of Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, and I actually like it. It was that attack was everything. I actually like it, but I forgot to tell you guys. I actually really love the intro theme and the outro theme. The outro theme. Those two are very. I actually like them. They're very catchy. If you guys have heard them, listen to them because they are really, really good. But guys, tell me your thoughts and everything about how you like episode 4 and how do you like the whole series in the at this moment because there's only 6 episodes at the moment. So tell me how you guys like all the episodes and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. This your boy Kenny Law. I will see you guys later.